Um, let's see. um, we are eating course after course of Italian meals. First the antipastos, then two kinds of pasta, then veal or fish or chicken, then the inevitable desserts, and wine, and strong coffee, and later, if we were lucky, a gelato, ice cream. Today, we are on a ship going to the Isle of Capri. The day is heavenly as we head for the Blue Grotto, and we are in a semi-large boat, and at the grotto, we changed to a small rowboat with an Italian man with 2 oars. Some of the oarsmen were young, and some were on the older side. We heard that the next day the boats could not go into the grotto, because the water was, the waves, the swells were too high, so we were lucky to go. In our boat, Dan sat on one end, then Sally at the other end, and Levi and I in front of Sally and the man rowing in the middle. We sat with our butts in the bottom of the boat, and the young man was standing up. And when we were at the opening of the grotto, he said, "No heads up." He says, "Lie down flat." And all 5 of us lie as flat as we could, and we glide through the opening on a swell, and we lose an oar. Oh, mamma mia. The boat following us catches the oar and returns it to us. Now, it is so dark in the grotto, and you look back to the opening, and it's light. The light comes in, and the water is a frosty, icy blue in color. But you can't see anyone else in boats. You can just see the water there. And then our man is singing, "Volare, oh, oh," and everybody's singing. And then after that, everybody, him and the boatman. There's 4 boatmen in there, in the grotto. And then he sang, "O Solo Mio," and the other Italian men joined in, and so did we, because we knew it pretty good. I was there 20 years ago, and there was only 3 boats there, and we could float around longer. And I didn't hit my head either at that time. It was eons ago that this grotto was the Emperor Tiberius's swimming pool. So it was hard to fall into the boats with the waves going up and down, and it was hard for getting out of the boats with the waves going up and down. We were all older folks, and some of them were very heavy. One lady, more or less, really fell in the boat, and I looked in her eyes, and later I told her, "I saw terror in your eyes." And she says, "You saw right. I was terrified." But she managed okay. That's the lady that her husband then broke his hip, and that was the end. We drove up the mountain to Capri, and I had a gelato. Now, if you order a cappuccino and you stand up and drink it, the cost is $1. But if you sit at the table, the cost is $3. But if you sit there, then you can go to the toilet. Otherwise, don't ask. We were eating lunch at a lovely outdoor restaurant with the grapevines overhead, and the sunshine was dappled on the table. And the owner came to the table and said, "When the church bells ring, we will pray here and all over Europe for 3 minutes. We are going to pray for all the people lost in America from the terrorist bombs." And the bells rang. And now we were all quiet, just thinking and praying. It was a wonderful thing for them to do for us. Now, Sally and Levi and Dan are on a tour of Sorrento, a city tour. But I'm sitting on the city steps. I'm resting my legs. And there was an old guy sitting by me. And of course, being me, I started talking. And he let me go on and on for a while, smiling and bobbing his head, like yes, yes. And then he says, "Signora, no speak." All those words wasted because he couldn't understand them. Did I tell you? No, I don't think so. I pinched a good-looking Italian man. I couldn't get his butt, so I pinched him on the love handle. We were walking up the stairs, and he stopped, and he turned around, and his eyes were wide. And when he saw me smiling, he said, "Signora, grazie, grazie." And we both laughed. The devil made me do it. Well, no one was going to pinch me, so why not? I'll pinch a good-looking Italian. It's just having a little fun. That was so funny. And then him and the other guy was going up the steps, continuing on, and they're laughing and hitting each other with their fists, for fun.